Hey, everybody, I want to talk to you about how Pure compares to other business opportunities. This is a fantastic investment opportunity. It's a great investment because it's a great company with great products. It's a great investment because they're about to do their big IPO and you can earn shares in the company. But here's where it really starts to make just really the most sense of any business opportunity. You know, Whenever you buy into a Pure business, what's great about it is you don't have to create the product. You don't have to go out and build the business system. You don't have to deal with e-commerce. You don't have to deal with all that chaos that most businesses require. And we call that a business franchise. Now, this is a little bit different. It's not exactly the franchise model, but it's very, very similar. And so if we were to compare this to a traditional franchise model like McDonald's, which is the king of all franchises, the startup cost to get into a McDonald's is between $1 million and $2.3 million. And according to the disclosures that McDonald's publishes, the typical profit on that, after you pay all your monthly overhead, your rent or your property expenses, your electricity and your employees and all that, your annual estimated profit per franchise is about $150,000 a year. Now, it's not horrible. I mean, it's a little over 10% maybe. You're going to pay this thing off in 10 or 15 years, and then you got a nice little profit margin. But that's a lot of money to come up with for $150,000 a year. So let's look at some other franchises. One of the top franchises right now is a company called Anytime Fitness. And Anytime Fitness is a little bit better numbers. You can get into a franchise like this for somewhere between $115,000 and, depending on real estate location, $677,000 to get a startup on this. Your average monthly overhead for Anytime Fitness is around $28,000 a month, and your estimated annual profit, according to Anytime Fitness, is about $100,000 a year. So that's not too bad. That's way better than McDonald's in terms of dollar efficiency. If you could get into this for $115,000 and you're spending off $100,000 a year profit, that's not too bad. You get it paid for a little over a year. Let's look at a third franchise opportunity. That is Great Clips. This is another really popular franchise right now. They do hair clips at a really cheap price. Cost on this is about $109,000 to $208,000 is the estimated startup cost. Monthly overhead is about $24,000 a month with an annual estimated profit of about $80,000 a year. Again, that's not too bad of an ROI. The return on your investment is pretty decent. Great Clips has a really unique model. If you own the franchise, you can't outwork in it. So they enforce the idea of business ownership. So there's a lot of benefits to these franchises. They've built the systems. They've got everything going. But there's one drawdown here, and maybe your eyes have already come to it. It costs over six figures to get into any of these, and a McDonald's is going to cost seven figures. Now, there's other franchises that are different, but any good, decent national franchise is going to cost a lot of money to get into it. Now, let's compare that to a Pure business. You can get started with a Pure business for less than $2,000. Less than $2,000, and you've got a business. You got a business, you're earning shares in the company, you're earning the maximum bonuses that you can earn with it. Your average monthly overhead for Pure, less than $200 a month. Order 100 points worth of product, which is less than $200 a month. And that's product that you're going to use. If you have I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I've looked at them before with McDonald's, you have a minimum order. You have to order this many French fries. You have to order this many hamburgers. You have to, all these minimum orders for these companies. With Pure, it's less than $200 a month. And the estimated annual profit, between $7,400 and over $1 million a year. And so let's just look at those earnings disclosures here. If you're earning at the bronze level, it's $10,000 a year. If you're earning at the silver level, it's $21,000 a year. If you're hitting these levels every month, you're earning the gold level, it's over $34,000 a year. $64,000 if you're earning at platinum level. The ruby level, $90,000. Just look at some of these incomes. And these are an amazing return on your investment when you think about it only costs a couple $1,000s to get started up in a company like this. And if you can't do that, there's even cheaper ways to get into it. Now, these are just some of the lower level earnings. Look at some of these upper level earnings. You can get in the diamond level, the blue diamond, you start earning $200,000, $500,000 a year, over $1 million a year when you're earning at some of these top levels. And so here's the principle here. It's a little bit different. It's not exactly a franchise, But if you'll do for a little while what most people won't do, if you'll go build this business, if you'll go meet with some people, you'll take some of the rejections that, they're going to give you. It's going to happen. But if you'll go do that for a little while, you can do for a lifetime what most people can't dream of doing. And it doesn't take a long time, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you can get this thing off the ground, running, bringing in 6 figures a year or even more. It all depends on how much you're willing to work. It depends on how much you're willing to put the energy in on the front end. But once you put that energy on the front end, it becomes residual income and it keeps paying you. And I can't find a better business model where for such a little amount of initial capital, for $2,000 or less, you have the earning potential of $100,000 or more every year with residual income. It really is an amazing business model. Okay, so whenever you compare this model to other business models, I think this stacks up against anybody, and it's one of the best that is out there. And this company in particular, Pure, they're just paying amazing premiums. They're paying great benefits to all of their business builders. And I've never seen another company like it that's paying so much percentage of their profits out. So it's a really great opportunity. If